Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. On the 6th of April 2015, the teaser campaign for Black Ops 3 officially began. And that was a campaign that lasted a really long time, spanned a huge number of teasers on Snapchat, on Instagram, on Twitter, on SoundCloud, all over the place. I think there might have been some Spotify integration as well. There certainly has been this year for World War II, but anyway, that's besides the point. For Black Ops 3, the viral campaign began on the 6th of April, and it all started with a video that Driftdoor posted about some Snapchat codes that had been patched into one of the textures on one of the Black Ops 3 maps. Actually, I think it was a couple of the Black Ops 3 maps. They had the Call of Duty Snapchat code. So you could scan the Snapchat code, and then you'd be directed right through to the Call of Duty Snapchat, which at the time was called Dr. Salim, and they then revealed a whole bunch of new teasers from Dr. Salim's point of view and about the things that he was doing, the kind of weird psychotherapy / psychological experimentation / mind control-y seeming like things and all sorts of crazy business. That was all on the Call of Duty Snapchat from Dr. Salim, and it all started with this video from Driftdoor on the 6th of April. Now, things have started potentially heating up for Black Ops 4, because yes, it's a bit earlier, it's the 5th of March right now, but there's just been a title update for Black Ops 3, okay? Now, let me try and kind of convey the significance of why this is so peculiar and why I'm so excited about this, okay? When Black Ops 3 originally was being teased, and we had that update to the Black Ops 2 map, and you got the Snapchat code in there, no one knew what the hell was going on. It was really the first time that they had doubled down on spreading their viral campaign across all this different media, across Snap and Insta, etc., rather than just having a website like GK Nova 6 where you went, you solved a riddle, you solved a puzzle, you solved a code, but then it pretty much ended there, for the most part at least, beyond things like the briefcase drop and stuff like that that they did prior to the release of Black Ops 1, which was one of the coolest things, and I maintain this, one of the coolest things that they've ever done in viral campaign history. It was awesome, okay? So, for Black Ops 2, when they patched that in, nobody knew what was going on, and then suddenly we were hit with this barrage of information about the game. We were getting teasers left, right, and center, all leading up to the reveal, and just generally jazzing us up, getting us all really hyped for that E3 reveal of the game, and discussion of multiplayer and campaign, and kind of slithery little hints about zombies, but nothing really more than that until a little later down the line actually came for zombies. Anyway, here's a quick clip from my video overview of the entire Black Ops 3 viral campaign, so you can get a feel for what that actually entailed if you missed it. Didn't take long for us to get our first Snapchat teaser. It happened at around 2 AM-ish on April 7th. The audio in the snap featured a mystery voice saying,
"Listen only to the sound of my voice."
In the video itself, there were various shots, such as one of some woods, and some people were saying, "Hey, Woods, that means Sergeant Frank Woods is coming back, right, guys?" A couple of other people also suggested that the shadows cast by the trees were a 3, and therefore Black Ops 3 confirmed. At around 9 PM on the 7th, we got our second video. The monologue in this said,
"Let your thoughts drift. Let the bad memories fade. Let peace be upon you."
From this, in my video, I predicted that the person talking was probably a Muslim doctor, because, of course, of the "Let peace be upon you" line. At 7:09 PM, the unmarked man responded to my tweet mentioning Bluebird, Artichoke, and MK Ultra, saying, "And those are important, why?" I wasn't 100% sure how I should respond to this question. It's pretty open. So I mentioned HARP, MK Ultra, Bluebird. When you're willing to do anything, anything is possible. This is in reference to the quotes that we've had earlier on in the teaser campaign. The thing that I did that I can only assume elicited some response in the unmarked man was I showed him my notes. It wasn't all of them, but it had the opening page that is titled, quite fittingly, Black Ops 3 Viral Campaign, and has got a load of stuff that I was looking at and working on, and another page of my notes as well. So, why was I doing this, and why was I tweeting in this particular manner? For example, the chessboard tweet. That's quite a specific thing to say. Well, I pretty much wanted to play along in character as much as I could. This seems to be in the same vein, okay? Except this time, they've released patch notes for it, where they didn't before, okay? But it would be completely reasonable to say that this seems like the Black Ops 3 version of what happened in Black Ops 2 to start the campaign for Black Ops 3, except this is the start of the campaign for Black Ops 4. And it's really interesting that it's earlier as well, because earlier teases potentially mean more teases, and that's something that I'm extremely excited for, because I always feel like Treyarch's viral campaigns are just the best. So let's talk about what's actually inside the patch. That's probably quite important, and one of the things is actually on your screen right now. We've got the snowy version of Redwood that they've added in. You can enter the snow-capped landscape of Redwood Snow to experience something colder from the map you know and love, and that's in the game now for you to play. The snow version of Redwood. Why are we getting a snow version of it in March? Couldn't they have done that for Christmas? I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to sort of spread the load around from World War II getting a lot of focus and then Black Ops 3 getting focus and things like that. They don't really want to get in the way of DLC 1 for World War II, and so they've kind of left it until after it's released on Xbox and on PS4. I was about to say PC, and PC though as well. But maybe that's why, or maybe they're giving it to us now because there's something in that map that's hidden, that's going to point us in a certain direction, that's going to begin the Black Ops 4 viral campaign, and then over the next 2 months, we're going to get a whole slew of teasers, and then we'll get the reveal at E3, and it will be glorious. Maybe. Maybe that's the way it's going to be. Who knows? In fact, they'll do a World War reveal a little bit before E3. They'll drop a trailer for sure, but they'll show multiplayer or something at E3, no doubt. And who knows? They might mention zombies this time. That would be crazy, right? I mean, this actually, interestingly, might be a way of them making up for the fact that with Black Ops 3, when they were teasing that game, they had the DICE conference in February, and that allowed them to talk about some new things in the game, or show some new things from the game that we had no idea about, such as the fact that Richtofen was going to be killed in The Giant. They showed that in February, before they'd announced the game! And so this year, there was no DICE conference, and so potentially they're making up for it by just starting that teaser campaign earlier. And if that's the case, we need to be jumping into Redwood Snow like crazy and looking for things that might be pointing us towards whatever the future may hold for the Black Ops franchise. The other thing in the patch, alongside general performance updates, which sounds hella suspicious, you're gonna perform by teasing your new game, I'm sure, is a new game mode, Infected, which is something that we're all pretty familiar with. The description is at the start of the match, one player is randomly chosen as the first infected, whose goal is to infect the other players, and once downed, players respawn as inflected. You get an inflection. Players respawn as infected, slowly increasing the size of the horde, infect all players, or survive until time runs out to win. So that's, again, something that we've sort of seen before in Call of Duty, and it's not really a big deal, but it is a big deal in this case because it's 2018. Black Ops 3 came out in 2015, and they're still supporting it. Treyarch are just the best. They're just the best. Like, hands down, regardless of if this is related in any capacity to a viral campaign or a teaser campaign or Black Ops 4 at all, it's still just so cool that they're doing things for their game that came out in 2015. I love it, man. I've got to say, I'm a big Treyarch fanboy, I know that, but I really do think that these sorts of updates are cool, and they're a good sign for things to come. For example, with Black Ops 4, if they can support that game more kind of seriously throughout all of the 2019 and 2020 CODs, that will be incredible, like seriously incredible for the health of this community. I mean, think about it. Fortnite is getting updates every single week, multiple times a week, and Fortnite is banging on YouTube right now and banging worldwide. It's got so many millions of players, they're making so many millions of dollars, and there are so many millions of views being accrued on YouTube because everyone and their cat is playing that game right now. Bob's your uncle, and he's playing Fortnite, and so if we can kind of go in that same direction with Call of Duty, if we start to see much more regular updates, and I'm not just talking new guns every month and a half or something like that, but if they go towards some kind of much more regular update cycle, which maybe this is kind of a slow but sure hint towards, then I think it'll really do the scene a lot of good. Both the zombies and the multiplayer, and just the people that buy it for the campaign. I mean, the campaign in Black Ops 3 was advertised as being replayable, and you were meant to be able to jump into that over and over again and keep leveling your character and really feel empowered as you kept going through it. And in my opinion, you may disagree, that's fine, but my stance is that they didn't really execute that very well. The campaign was very weird, so that I think didn't help it, but just the replayability of the campaign specifically and the kind of pivot that they tried to use of the safe house wasn't really a fully formed or fully executed idea, I suppose. I think they had the idea formed, but I don't think they executed it fully. And I think that that's something that we'll no doubt see begin to emerge in Black Ops 4, things like the headquarters that we've seen in World War II, and doubling down on that kind of format, similar to the Tower in Destiny, and all those sorts of systems. Anyway, I've kind of got off track here, but this seems to be, in my opinion, a very significant potential start of Black Ops 4's viral campaign, which means that I'm making a video, making a song and dance about it because I'm so goddamn excited. I've been MrRoflWaffles. If you think that this is the viral, or it isn't the viral, or the start or end, or whatever you want to... Well, it's not going to be the end of the viral, but if you think it's the start of the viral or not, let me know in the comments down below, and there'll be a poll on screen in the corner that you can click, and you can vote, and then you'll be able to see what other people are thinking as well. I'm really optimistic about this. I love Treyarch. I cannot wait for more Zombies info, and... man, it's going to be a good year, and next year is going to be so damn good as well. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time. Click one of the videos on the screen right now to watch some videos about the Black Ops 3 viral campaign, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.